What's going on, everyone? It's Double D once again. So in this video, I'm trying out a different carburetor. So first order business, taking off the seat, followed by the tank. I have an aftermarket tank, but I'm taking that off, and it gives you a lot more access to your carb. That should be good enough to slip out. That's what she said. Pop it down, shimmy it out. Shimmy it out, there we go. Loosen that one. Same thing, bring her around, pop her out, shimmy it out of the boot. Probably should have cleaned it before I done all this, but it'd be alright. There we go. There's a carb. Yeah, she's a little dirty. I suppose I can reconnect that on there before I forget about it. So this old carb I'm removing, this is the $35 Amazon carb. I was rocking for about a year and a half too, but 2 weekends ago, it just stopped giving me power for some reason, so I wanted to replace it, try something different. So with this carb too, I have to change out my throttle cable assembly, so I have to remove these 2 screws and then put the single pole throttle cable in. So if you have handguards like I do, you have to take out the end bolt of the handguard, and then loosen up the inboard bolt of the handguard too, and then you should just be able to pop it down and then pull out the old throttle tube assembly and put the new throttle tube assembly in. Also with this style of carb too, I have to pull out the throttle cable and then install the single pole throttle cable too. More on that later on, but it's not too hard to do, pretty easy. Okay, here's the carb I went with. I went with the Nibby carb. I got the 28mm. It's rated from 200 cc's to 250 cc's, and I really like it. It's a really sharp looking carb. I really like the idle screw on the side. So the throttle tube assembly I picked up on Amazon as well is also from Nibby, and super easy to install. You just have the 2 Allen bolts that just tighten down wherever you want it on your bars, and it's really easy to do. But don't let the condition of my TW deter you from trying this stuff. It's actually really easy to do. I know my bike looks like a piece of crap, but sliding in the Nibby carb now just slides into the boots, and you just have to finagle it a little bit. But I used a non-metallic scraper just to get that boot around the back end there, and once again, just as long as you spend a little bit of time with it, it's not hard to do at all. Super easy. Here we go. Okay. Shove that carb back. There we go. Sweet. That's seated. Let's get the clamps on. Call her a day. I'm gonna route this down. Route that down and back for that little hole back there. Alright, I think I figured out that situation. I just have to get it clipped in and put the cover back on. And then route it to the carb. So let's get that done. Pop that down. Slot. There we go. Let's get that cover back on. Little grooves on this wheel here, the cable pops in. Well, supposed to. Did I get it? I think I got it. We'll find out in a minute here. Don't mind my brake lever there. It's a little different. Honestly, kind of like it like that, to be honest. See how sweets in the groove. So got the throttle cable connected to the throttle tube. Now I'm just going to route the rest of the cable down underneath the frame somewhere. Just make sure it's not binding or anything. Come on. Yeah. Slide him in. Probably a lot easier way to do that. We got it. Alright, I got the Nibby carb in place. I'm gonna hook up the tank just temporarily. Take that off now. Get the gas in. I might have to trim up that hose now I think about it. I don't know, we'll see. idle. I got everything back on. Now let's go for a little putt-putt. Please start, for the love of God. Ooh! Oops, bag snagged that. So this is my first run. I just took the carb out of the box and slapped it in. Oh, this is a different, ooh, it's a lot different throttle setup. I have a single pull throttle now, also made by Nibby. I'll put the links in the description of the stuff I ordered. But idle seems good. I don't know if I like that throttle setup now. I got big hands. You got soft hands, brother. It's kind of small now. I don't know. I'll get used to it, I suppose. So far, oh, that was me on my end. So far, so good. Okay. Give her the beans. Picking up good. We're at 30. Let me give her the beans right here. Not bogging. Oh, bogged a little bit there. I was idled and full throttle. This little back trail here. It's got a good straightaway too. I can give her the beans on the straightaway. Getting real green this time of the year. Oh, we're at 40 already. Damn. We got some power. Like a little context before this, my Chinese carb I was running. I don't know where this carb's made from, but it was starting to give out where it's just barely getting above 40 miles an hour. I did tear it apart. It was starting to get a little gunky in there. Like, I took the float bowl off. It looked fine. The jets looked fine. Nothing gunked up in there, but... Oh, yeah, a little bogging. It's rideable, but... We'll look at Mount Baker today. I think I need a bigger main. Yeah. It's cutting out a bit. It does come with some bigger jets. Some bigger main jets, so... I'm going to be at a dead stop, and I'm going to give her the beans wide open. Dead stop. $30. Yeah, a little hes. Yeah, I'm gonna swap it out to a little bit of bigger main. Well, I could tell though this car has got a lot of potential. It's a lot more power compared to the last one I was running. It just standing in the exhaust too. This breathing it in, it smells like it's running good. You know when you've been working on T-dubs a long time, when you stand in the exhaust, you know your bike's running good or not. But I do love tasting exhaust flumes. Yeah, there's some hes. I'm just abbreviating hesitation. Alright, I got the screws out of the float bowl. We're going to pull her down, change out the main jet, pull something bigger in there. Don't mind the condition of my hands, I'm a mechanic. Alright, got good access of the main there. Unscrew that, put something a little bigger and plop her back in. Pop off that main right there. Do not drop it, do not drop it. Try the one, here's a little bug. I'm gonna try the 115, so kind of throws in perspective how small these jets are. There you go. Pop the screws back in. Start it up. I don't like the new ergos of the throttle assembly now. It's kind of short. I got big hands, so it's kind of awkward now. We'll take the back way to the gas station too, so I can do my hooligan stuff. Ooh! I think that's it. I think that's it. I think that's it right there. 115 with the original pilot and quarter turn counterclockwise, so another quarter turn out from where it's already at. Oh yeah, we good. Can I get above 50? That's the thing. I may or may not be speeding on a government installation. Okay. I maybe almost blew a stop sign too at a government installation. Hammer down, baby. Woo, we at 20 quick. Usually takes a minute. I think this is it. I was gonna take the KLX out the walker today, but I'm feeling pretty good with my settings I got, so I want to take the turd wagon, kind of do a little bashability, test out my welds, further test these bags, test the carb. It's kind of a gamble though, because what if something shits on me when I'm way out there? To call phone a friend, but I think we good. Alright everyone, so bottom line, so I probably should have put a 120 main jet in, because up to 50 miles an hour it was great, but trying to do 55 and above, it was kind of starting to starve out on fuel, just kind of start cutting out just a little bit, so that's what I have in my other TW2 is a 120 main jet. But anyways, thank you for watching this video. There's going to be a follow-up video about that as well pretty soon, so y'all have a good one now.